Mm-mm-mm. Now, Clay, you already been on everybody's list, okay? And you know why. I don't even got to spell it out. But Tati, I'm actually more upset with you, girl. Like, I'm really ready to give you a two-piece, okay? Because what you're more upset about this than the baby? Let's get into it. My name is Shana. I'm here to discuss the never should have ever met you. I know I said that a lot last season and I was going to retire it. I had to pull it out of retirement. The never should have ever met at any given time. Season 2, episode 7. Listen, please like the video, comment, share, subscribe, do all the things that helps keep your girl pushing out content and helps me to stay in the algorithm, okay? Now, we start off with Brandon and Kiki. They're cuddling on the couch. Apparently, we already speculated last week that Tati gave up her cookie jar. And it was pretty much confirmed this episode that they got intimate in the boom boom room. Here comes Cinco talking about welcome to the party. Listen, you ain't even got to do, we already know Cinco, okay? So Jay is doing Cinco's hair, and they discussed last night when Pastor Clavassier told them they was having a little game of pool. Clavassier told everybody that was there Tati wasn't in the room. She's never in the room where something that is a need to know is said. Ever. It's always said behind her back. And nobody ever exposes him. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. He told them that his best friend is 5'11", slim, pretty, and she works in the adult film industry. Now, Jay and Cinco now why we got to be in on this? Why did you need to tell us that? We didn't need to know what she did for a living, okay? You didn't have to share that. Like, what did you mention that for? For bragging rights? Okay, it was a little weird. Clay claims that he never cracked his homegirl, which I don't want to hear that word no more after this season wraps. I think it is just, it's icky. Grown men talking about, oh, he ain't crack. Ew. Anyway, so meanwhile, Brittany tells Kiki that she's not ready to go into the boom boom room with Ty. She don't like that man. She don't like that man and she should go, but I guess who would be left? Kiki don't really like Brandon like that. Nobody likes nobody. And the people who's gone into the boom boom room on their way out the door. But let's not jump ahead. So Clay's best friend, Jamila, arrives. She is very pretty. The way that Chris looked at her when he opened that door, I ain't never seen him look at Alexis that way. I'm going to just say that. Okay. Now, everyone in the house, aside from Tati, of course, because she doesn't know anything, ever, they know that the bestie is an adult entertainer. So Jamila comes in, jumps on Clay, wraps her legs around him while she's hugging him. And that's a big wrap with that gut that he got. But, she's tall, so it's fine. It works, I guess. Anywho, so everybody in the house talking amongst themselves, excluding Tati, of course. And they're like, oh, you seen the way she jumped in his arms and she wrapped her legs around him? Even the men know it was inappropriate. Charlie over there demonstrating the hug. I didn't realize her BBL was that massive. I don't know if it was like the extra baby weight on top. Like the BBL is like, whoa. I didn't realize it was that big. Anywho, so the bestie is supposedly the godmother to his daughter. The daughter that Tati knows nothing about, might I add. Everyone's gossiping about the hug, and Tati seems to, she looking out the window. They finally fill her in, like, look, she came in, she wrapped her legs around him. Like it was more than just a friendly hug. It looked like they have some other type of history going on. So Tati, she seemed gone off that liquor, off that Cavassier, okay? And she decides that she's had enough of watching them from the window like a creep. She gonna go confront them. So Tati tells this woman to stay off her man. I really wish that she would have kept her purse zipped and locked. Okay, I wish she did not give up the goods because, girl, now he gonna think you panini press. Now you up here talking about stay off of my man. If the man ain't saying stay off, don't you come out here making a fool of yourself. You can just, demand respect, but the way she going off and he's not saying anything got her looking crazy. I don't really like that. So Tati, because she's talking about, she would just hit her with a 1-2, real quick, a little, And the friend was like, okay, don't assault me. She did say like she would. So, but the friend about to drag this. To act like, oh, I'm so mature and look at this unhinged, wild girl. Girl, you know what she was doing. You know exactly what she was doing. The friend ain't innocent. So after Tati left, Jamila said, that's not a good mother figure. She called Tati barbaric. Hooey. Why does she need to be a good mother figure? Where is the child's mother? Tati got her own child to worry about. We don't even know if these people going to still be together. Good mother figure. Where is the child's mother? That need to be the child's mother figure. This ain't about to go nowhere where she gonna be helping to raise the child. And please save it. And the streets is talking. And allegedly, Clay had another child that he kept hidden. Talking about something. I wasn't hiding you from the world. I was hiding the world from you, or whatever Drake said. He asked Jamila to leave. And they made sure to say, I love you for the 175th time. They said it so many times. I've never told a friend or a family member I love them this much in this short amount of time. But, now that's something you might be saying to your man over and over again. But I digress. So afterwards, even the men was telling Clay, look, now that leg was a little much now. That was a little too much. So, mind you, Tati still don't know about the baby. But Clay pulls her and they speak to the side. Clay does a terrible job of trying to explain the hug away to Tati and how she been his friend forever. Because even the girl's like, I've been doing this and we've been friends since we was little kids. And what that mean? And that stops today. See, being with a man who has a woman as a best friend, you really got to have thick skin to deal with that. You really got to decide that that's something you want to put up with, especially when a friend act like this. And I don't really even know. I know people have, men and women, they're friends. Somebody at some point wanted somebody, or both of y'all wanted somebody, or both of y'all wanted each other at some point. At some point, someone wanted someone, or something was going on. It's never just clean, like, oh yeah, we just friends and that's it. Somebody might have been looking at somebody if this is like both people are straight. Okay. So I just don't. And the way she acted is acting like they used to have something going on and then they just decided to be friends. But anyway, so after he does that, then he finally drops the baby news on her. And Tati was like, forget all that. I don't care about no infant, a newborn baby. Why would you have that girl embarrassing me like this? And I said, hold on. Wait a minute. I had to rewind it back because I know my ears weren't deceiving me so. Tatiana, come close, sister girl. You don't care about the fact that he lied about an entire baby? You don't even know what kind of relationship he has with the child's mother. You don't even know who else he been lying about. You're more mad about the hug than the baby? And I seen she was going online complaining, talking about somebody should have told her. This should have been a girl's girl. Yes, I think somebody should have warned her because it dragged on too long. It went on too long the way they was snickering and talking behind her back. But you aren't even upset about the baby. This is why now I kind of stay away from you got to know who to do that with. Since y'all all really don't know each other like that. It's a touchy subject. I said it in another review. I don't remember if it was last week or one of them weeks where I said I would have went to Clay and been like, look, I know your secret. And if you don't tell Tati in a timely manner, then I'm going to tell her. And if he don't, then okay. But you are not, this isn't enough for you to leave. You're more mad about the fact that his adult film working friend hugged him in front of everybody and he hugged her back. Okay. It wasn't like she was standing there with his hands behind his back. Okay. They both embraced each other. You hear me? There was a level of comfort, like they always do this, and they said they do. They don't care the fact that she was in there mad. They don't care. Like, he was up there defending a friend way more than he defended you. I think he refers to Tati as his girlfriend because she said it. Listen, I don't know what he's telling you when y'all pillow talking, what y'all was talking about in the boom boom room, but y'all are not a couple. No way. Because this wouldn't even been going on because you would have been set that boundary with that friend. But you're more mad about the friend than a whole child. Girls are lost cause. Immediately after, we see Tati's mom. Sister girl didn't even have a chance to take a breath. Tati's mom adds no value for me. None. Tati's mom adds no value. And now it kind of helps me to understand why she acting a little dense. Like, now it's kind of helping because mama was just like, girl, have a good time, have fun. Who cares about a baby and a best friend who act like she's his girlfriend and all the other lies and the fact that he lied about being vegan? Who cares? Just have fun. No. Not my mama. My mama would never. And if she did, I'd be looking at my mama sideways. Says, girl, are you serious? I don't think so. And I wouldn't do it with my daughter. You said, he said, what? Because the mama was like, well, can I? After she done told her all the horrible traits. Then the mama was like, well, can I meet him? Did she want to meet him to get down to business? No. Mama being all polite. I'm like, hi, nice to meet you. And then Tati quickly was like, all right, now get out of here. I don't even know why mama came. They said hi. Then they said bye. And mama was like, just have fun. Tati talking about he still got good traits. What? Name them to me. Because I'm having a hard time right about now. Everybody might have, even the worst of the worst might have a good trait or two. But I'm sure the good is not outweighing the bad in this moment. So, child, Charlie and Jared was pillow talking like they love to do. Always talking about somebody else's business as if Charlie's situation isn't just as bad, if not worse. So, they talking about, well, Tati and Clay can get past the hug, then the baby thing is nothing. I need y'all to stop acting like having an entire human being is not a big deal. I need y'all to stop the madness. And imagine being a baby mama and you turn on your TV and you see all this carrying on. Oh, I would lose it. I promise you I would. The baby mama probably still live in his house. But anyway. So I just feel like in this moment I'm watching the Twilight Zone, whatever. Charlie mentions Clay is looking for his wife. Does Clay know that? This is news to me. Is Clay aware that he's looking for his wife? Wife? He needs to be looking at his baby who just got into the just came into the earth. He don't even know her good. He already spending a month in a house with some stranger. But okay. Jared said that he was married for 3 years and he knows how to be a great husband. Let's ask the ex-wife. Because why did you get divorced if you were so great? He tried to say it's because it was so exhausting. A clown. A whole clown. Marriage is not going to be like a honeymoon stage all the time. It's not going to be there. And if you think that, then you have no business getting married. Just don't do it. I'm surprised he even got married, honestly. But now he's saying, like, look, Charlie need to know the truth. It's time that she knows that I really can't stand her. I got what I wanted. She need to know the truth. And I thought he was going to wait all the way to the very last second to tell her because he just liked to be in the house. But, you know, the sooner the better because enough is enough. So it's the next morning and Cinco tells Clay, like, they in the kitchen. Tati come in there. Cinco tells Clay that Tati obviously still have some love there, or she must care because she's still here. She ain't packed her things yet. And I, too, want to know why she didn't pack her bags last night. But I guess I'm just thinking of what I would have done. And it ain't about me. She did all that hooting and hollering. And if he lied to me again, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do... Girl ain't did nothing. Ain't did nothing. If you want to just sit there and look like a fool, just look like a fool quietly. Don't even get mad no more. Mind you, it's only been 2 weeks. I don't care how long y'all been chit-chatting on the phone. It's only been like 2 weeks. Y'all don't got enough time in with each other that you got to even deal with it. Like, what? Anyway, so Tati is still mad that Clay, embarrassed her with a friend and didn't defend her, didn't even check on her. This is the man you want to go forward with? Girl. Okay. They're long distance with no trust and no respect. It will never, where those are key things that you need to make any relationship work, and especially a long distance relationship. So Tati demands that Clay call his bestie. And he wants him to put her on speakerphone so Tati can hear, and she wants to be able to rebuild trust. Ain't gonna happen today. So he calls, and everybody's in the kitchen listening. I said before, they need like a private room or something, because why is everybody just sitting there? I mean, I would have been sitting there too, since they didn't leave. But if I was Tati, I'd have been like, let's go somewhere. Oh, excuse me. Let's go somewhere quiet where we can talk. Jamila said they've been friends since she was 7. And Tati snaps. And I'm actually with Tati on this because, girl, so... and what that mean? Okay. And the sky is blue. Next. You was friends with him since you was 7. You're not with him now. When I step into the room and I come on the scene and he's with me now, which I was doing, you can't do that no more. You need to have some respect. And since she don't got it on her own and she's trying to argue about it, this ain't never gonna work. But Tati really got to decide, can she tolerate this? Because homegirl ain't going nowhere. He just sitting there like a bump on a log looking silly. Jamila tells Tati that she's below her tax bracket. And Tati says, sorry, I'm not a corn star like you. Now, why is friend girl mentioning tax brackets? Like, okay, girl. Like, I feel like you just, when you don't got nothing else to say, you just start saying stuff. Like, you just saying anything. Girl, that was not a read, okay? Nene Leaks, bring them to read school, honey. So... And I mean, Tati's right. Like, girl, first of all, you don't know my tax bracket. Second of all, you spread it wide and lay it low to get your coinage. You can't say nothing to me. And this is no shade to that industry. But I'm just saying, don't be trying to use that as some kind of dig, girlfriend. So Tati tells Clay he has 5 seconds to let his friend know that hug wasn't okay. 20 minutes pass, and she's still yelling that he got 5 seconds to let his friend know, to basically check his friend. Girl, he's sitting there on mute, okay? The Beyonce challenge. Honey, leave. Girl, bring back dignity. Bring back shame. My pride wouldn't even allow. I'm sorry, no. So finally, after Tati basically strong-armed him and made him say it, Clay said it was wrong. So low that I had to turn my volume up to hear. Wasn't believable at all. Tati said, this B-word just sitting there. And Clay said, what you call me? She is 48 hot, okay? But he was just sitting there. I mean, So in the girls' room, Kiki asked Tati, like, what's next? What you gonna do next? What's the next steps? And Tati was like, I low-key want to be petty and get my lick back, but then I kind of want to make things work. Why? I need to know why. I need to know why. After 2 weeks, you want to make this work. And then you want to make it work long distance with a man who couldn't see you prior to coming on this show. Why? A man who couldn't even put in effort. He was sleeping with everybody. Him and his hips. And that's no shade because I got some hips too, but I'm a woman. His hips give Jones boyfriend on Girlfriends where he had the Spanx on and he had his girdle on. Remember he was walking, he was like, excuse me, pardon me, excuse. Anyway, okay, let me bring it back because I'm losing my I'm off track. Sorry. Anyway, him and his hips. Why you want to make it work with him, girl? He going around having babies with everybody, which means ain't no protection being used nowhere. Probably not even with you, Tati. He a little fertile. You might want to get you a test. Okay, go to the nearest Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Dollar Tree. Get you a pregnancy test quickly. Okay, because he's fertile. But anyway, I'm just like, are there no other men in her state? Is there no one else? Because the thirst is getting a little real. But he timed it right. He wanted to make sure she gave up her kitty cat, so it'd be a little bit harder for her to leave. So, excuse me. Jay had noticed that Brittany doesn't like Ty. She don't give him no physical touch. Like, she be more playfully touching the other guys in the house and don't touch Ty at all. Not even like a hand on the shoulder, nothing. Like, basically, I showed more passion with me and this drink I got from Wendy's right now than Brittany showing with Ty. Sorry. Anyway, Ty sets up a date night at his apartment in LA. On one hand, because he did say he got her favorite drink. Like, he really thought this out. Got her favorite drink. He made her favorite food, which is crab legs. The crab legs look delicious. Okay, they did look good, and I want to go get me a seafood boil right now. But anyway, I don't know if his apartment was the best place, especially with Brittany. You are not getting in that bed. It's not happening. Please. Dignity goes both ways, okay? I'm going to need him to get some. Anyway, Tati and Clay meet with the therapist, Dr. Allie. I feel like she always got that white on. Like, is she on her Lisa Ray era? She always got that white on. It's just something I noticed. Tati doesn't trust Clay because he's a liar that likes to lie. She asked him to see, we see like a previous unseen scene where she asked him to see his text messages, and he said no. I don't know why you thought he would say yes. He couldn't even tell you he had a child. Like, girl, be very for real. I don't look through phones anymore. I haven't done that in over a decade. I don't do it. There's no need to do it because the truth will come. The truth will literally fall in your lap. The truth bopped her upside the head and she ignored it. And she talking about she want to make it work. So what's looking in the phone going to do? You just found out he has a baby that he didn't tell you about. He didn't tell you about the mother. We don't got no answers about that. She didn't get no clarity. All she cared about was a hug. She knows that he inappropriately hugs his best friend. What more do you need to see? But okay. So he mentions he has PTSD from his deployment because remember he's in the military, or maybe he was in the military. I don't know. What that got to do with anything? You know, not to sound insensitive, like, you know, thank you for serving and everything, but what that got to do with this? Like, help me to understand. That don't justify you being a sneaky liar. Like, okay, but you still a liar that like to lie. Like, you was a liar before you joined the military. Like, it seems like this is in you. This is just who you are. But anyway, he said he wants peace. Dr. Allie said that he's avoidant. Bingo. After their little session, oh, wait, there was still more. Sorry. Back to date night with Ty and Brittany. He asked Brittany for a kiss. She gave him like, I think I kissed my grandmother on the cheek with a little bit more passion. I think somebody gave me more affection at church when they said, hug your neighbor. That kiss was so tight-lipped. And he was like, oh, no tongue? Like, please no, because I don't want to see it. Because she don't like you. I do feel like she wants him to cater to her. She's expressed that, but I don't really see or hear what she wants to do or what she's done in return. Because I feel like once she said that, he has shown effort, and I don't really see her giving any effort in return. She's kind of, her high-waisted jeans is just there. But I also feel like he needs to read the room. She's not ready to kiss you and be all affectionate and do all that. So if that's what he's looking to happen, it's not going to happen. Like, she's not going to give you none. Y'all might as well pack it up. So Tati is crying because she's being played. Dr. Ali asks about next steps. And Tati was like, I don't know. She ain't going nowhere. Not on her own anyway. And I just, girl. So Chris' cousin comes and Alexa's friend visits. And I done forgot all about it. I'm going to be honest. I forgot these two was even in the house. But Alexis, when you go home, throw that wig out. Throw it away. Like, you you got your money's worth. It's just time to let it go and get a new one. So Chris said Alexis is 45. I thought she was 47, but that's neither here nor there. And Chris said Alexis has to be more submissive. He's talking to his cousin. He's saying that she got to be more submissive if she wants to go into that boom boom room. I don't want to have to go through all these hoops to go to the boom boom room. Like, if it got to be all this, then forget it. You don't like Alexis. And that's no dig at Alexis. She just needs to be with somebody that does. And I just hate this because all this talk about, intercourse, it just makes Alexis seem thirsty. And I hate it for her. So Alexis goes with Chris' cousin and Chris with her friend. Like, they swap. And Chris tells the friend that he wants Alexis to get in shape. I know I said he don't like her earlier, but I actually think he hates her. Because you ain't even have to say all that. Like, okay. And there's a way he could have said it a little more nicely than he did. The cousin tells Alexis that Chris doesn't like her mouth. She handles it well. Like, I really don't think her mouth was that bad. Did she do the most with that game early on? Yes, she did. Since then, she hasn't actually been doing anything. And when she's giving feedback, I think she handles it well. But because he doesn't like her, he's going to make it seem worse than what it is. So Clay and Tati have a little game night. Clay wants things to, like, immediately go back to normal. And Tati is still upset. She, giving, kind of getting smart, being a little passive aggressive. But I do side with how, like, look at how much just happened. You have a baby, not like an older child or anything. You have a newborn baby, 2-month-old. That's still like newborn. Because a newborn is 0 to 3 months. So you have a newborn baby. You have a friend who's acting like she's your girlfriend. Everybody in the house already knew about this information. I was the last to find out. You already lied to me about pretending like you wanted to be vegan. I don't know why your mama named you Clavassier. It's a lot to dump on somebody. He's not even giving her enough time to, like, feel how she feels. He should be bending over backwards, really trying to make this up to her. Because in the real world, I would never talk to this man again. I mean, I wouldn't talk to this man again, even if I was on the show. But that's me. That is a lot for somebody. I don't even know you like that. I don't got to put up. That's too much. If we're starting off like this, the foundation is starting off rough and rocky like this, I don't want to move forward and continue on up. It's only going to get worse. Once you let a man know he can do anything to you, he will do any and everything to you. But and all he had to do was give her some roses for her to give up the goods. Like, I just, ooh. So Ty and Brittany come back. Nothing happened, of course. The only thing that need to be happening is them packing up their suitcases. Alexis said that Ty and Brittany are the least compatible couple in the house. Alexis, not too much, because did you forget about you and Chris? Yeah, Ty and Brittany might be a little bit more compatible than y'all if we're going to take it there. I mean, I know they kissed one time before, but he still don't like her. So at dinner, Tati is giving Clay the cold shoulder. Clay, he jumps up and pretends like, look, I'm tired of this. Like, I'm about to leave. This is a manipulation tactic. He likes to be chased. No. You want to leave? Goodbye. So he starts packing. This is like the oldest trick in the book. Like, it's so lame. Clay tells Tati that after he told the men first that he started packing. Why is she always the last to know? Because if y'all was in a real relationship, how you gonna handle controversy and tough conversations. You're gonna call your mama and your best friend and everybody named mama gonna know. And Tati, the wife you were looking for or whatever is gonna know last. No. Mm-mm. He just, and then they said that he was 28. And I said, dang, I forgot he was so young. I thought he was 38. I'm sorry. And that's no shade. Anyway, so she was like, look, because he started packing. She like, well, one minute he's talking about he want to leave, then he don't want to leave. And she like, do you want to leave or not? Like, yes or no? And yeah, but for me, I can't even be like, well, yeah, because I feel like, why is the decision up to him? Why is it up to him? Because first he said, no, he don't want to leave. He looked at her and there's still love in her eyes. Then he flips it and was like, yes, I want to leave because she's still talking to me crazy. And I'm like, if this was all it took, he was going to leave anyway. He got what he wanted. He was going to leave regardless. If this is all it took is for you to react to his disrespect, you don't get to disrespect somebody and dictate how they react and dictate when they get over the disrespect and the hurt. It's only been a day. It ain't even been a full 24, 48 hours. And you're like, oh, well, she won't let it go. And you're going to treat me like this. Negro. Goodbye. But it shouldn't have been up to him. All this flip-flopping and switching. You ain't about to play in my face like this. Especially when I have no ties to you. Y'all don't have no children together. Y'all aren't married. Y'all ain't been together long enough. There's nothing. Y'all have nothing that's keeping you together that you had to say in this. There's got to be some more men where you live or in the surrounding areas. Whatever app y'all met on, get off of there and go meet men somewhere else. So Tati, he actually decides to leave. I thought he was just bluffing. Like, I really thought he was just bluffing. He was stalling. He was just going to go back to his room because he was like a big old crybaby looking for attention. But he really packed up his one loose little bag in his backpack. And they was there for 3 weeks. Like, that's all you bagged. I guess, look, OWN said you're going to only get one suitcase and one carry-on, and that's it. Wash your clothes and make it work. But he decided to leave. Tati is sad. She said she wasn't ready. She wasn't ready to go. And had he just gave it a night and let things cool down, they probably would have worked it out. Girl, why? And sometimes y'all be looking at it like, oh, he left and I would have gave him. Just be glad. Like, I feel like it had to end this way. It had to be in on this note because she wouldn't leave. No matter what he did, she wouldn't leave. So he had to be the one to end it in such a disrespectful way because she wouldn't go, even though she should have. I don't care. I don't care if you was bending over backwards, dipping it low, picking it up slow, doing flips, splits, and tricks in the boom boom room. If I find out that she was playing in my face immediately after, I'm leaving immediately after. And I'm not looking back. Not in this situation, especially. But, I mean, I don't know. It was disappointing how he played in her face. How he played in her face, because I really didn't think it would end like this. He got what he wanted. He did. I hate it. So Kiki tells Jared and Charlie that they better not leave. And confessional gangster Jared, because that's where he likes to tell the truth in his confessional and never to Charlie's face. Because Charlie was like, you think I'm gonna leave this man? Girl, please. This good man. Girl, shut up. He up there talking about the honeymoon stage is over between them. And she needs to know. And next week, it looked like he going to let her know exactly how he feel about her. Now, she thought she had a chance. So she was like, I got a 6-bedroom house. It's real nice. She thought he was going to get his PlayStation and come over there. But he said, not as too many kids. And now he might be bold enough to say it to her face. Now, I saw Aaron H. from last season. If y'all remember him from last season, he had the nail polish on his nails and he was with Diamond. And he arguing with people. I made commentary saying I actually enjoyed this season because he was saying there might not be a season 3. After this season, OWN would be a fool not to have a season 3. OWN, if y'all listening, it would be very foolish of you not to have a season 3. Cut somebody's son off because ain't nobody watching that. That show's awful. Bring back the Never Ever Messes. This cast is bringing it each and every week. I said I like this season better than last season. You try to argue with me. You're the only person that said that. Okay, my opinion is mine, but I know good well last season was good, but this season better, okay? Because this cast bringing it. We need a reunion. Especially if y'all don't come back next season, we deserve a real reunion, a 2-part reunion at that. We need to get it all off the table. Or on the table and off their chest. And y'all know what I mean. Anyway, like the video. Be sure to subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.